Shalom, double honors to the elders and apostles of witness, and shalom also to the one-third Israelites, which include Judah's children, Zergold, Nikos, Latinos, and Indians, who are still oppressed together according to the book of Jeremiah 50 and 23, but to whom Saleh pertained the adoption, the giving of the law, the promises, the glory, and the covenants according to the book of Romans chapter 9. Okay. Khan. So basically, don't wonder if you see this series only on my Netflix my list, you know, because it's actually the only series that I watch at the moment, and that's still, you know, that's even far enough, you know, because it's difficult to keep up with the books that you have at home, the Bible which you have to read, the videos that you have to watch, the lessons that you have to do, okay, the listenings to the videos of the brothers that you have to do, of the Akyam, going to camp, going to work, and caring basically for the bills you have to pay, you know, the letters that you receive, if you got a woman, then your woman also, if you don't got a woman, then also basically the dogs of, you know, day-to-day being around women, things like that, you know. And if you have children, that's even something different, you know, that takes time even also, you know, of course it takes time, but it takes also even a bigger amount of time, you know. So basically I watched this, and it's actually in the top 10. I don't know why, because, you know, people like to watch spiritual power series and movies, but really they're not so about the truth. So how is it though? You know, maybe they think that Satan gives them some spiritual power so they can survive the World War the last, or they can survive famine. I don't know what goes through the mind of these people, man. I really don't know. But you know, I don't want to know it, okay? I really don't want to know it. I just want to know my mind and working out my own salvation, okay? And this is the series, The Umbrella Academy. You know, The Boys, because The Boys was also in the top 10, you know. When I was still living in Munich, The Boys was, I believe, even the most watched series in Germany in that time. I don't know. But, you know, the Umbrella Academy is basically also about spiritual powers. You have different characters which are called siblings, basically, you know. They are in one family. And you know, that basically brings the story, you know, and they have all kind of like spiritual powers, things like that, and they have to, you know, one is moving to portals, you know, from different time frames, you know, things like that. So it's really interesting, you know. I suggest you to watch it, you know, like some brothers say also, you know, you have to sometimes watch these movies, you know, of the elites, what they give us, because we have no better option than doing this, to understand what the, you know, the, if you will, worst, yeah, you know, the worst of the heathens, basically, you know, which is the Amalekites, or the rich heathens, not the rich heathens, not even the heathens, the rich heathens, okay. What they do, you will see it in the movies, you know. What they show you there, you know, Jake being gay, you know, and things like that, you know, just like these basketball players, you know, and whatever sports, you know, you always have some Amalekite or Edomite, you know. It's basically, of course it's not the same, but, you know, basically it's all Edom, if you will, or the heathens, basically, and they kind of like still trying to push their ideas on the two thirds, when they know sometimes that it's not really what they want, actually, even in some cases. But the two thirds know if they want that corruptible crown, they have to do it, right? And let's go into some scriptures without much talking, you know. You see 1 Corinthians 9 and 25, and every man that striveth for the mastery is temporal and things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, which means the two thirds. but we an incorruptible. 26. Therefore, I therefore so one not as uncertainly suffied I, not as one that beateth the air, but I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that be by any means, when I have reached to others, I myself should be cast away. See? So let's go into another one. Philippians 2 and 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Verse 13. For it is God which worketh in you both to will and to do of his good pleasure, to do all things without murmurings and disputings, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of God without a rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world. Okay, the next scripture will be, let me think a little bit. Look at the ravens. Luke 12 and 24. Consider the ravens, for they neither sow nor reap, which neither have storehouse nor barn, and God feedeth them. How much more are ye better than the fowls? And which of you, with taking thought, can add to his stature 1 cubit? If ye then be not able to do that thing which is least, why take ye thought for the rest? Consider the lilies, how they grow, which is the favorite, not herb, but plant or flower of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. How they grow, they toil not spin not, they spin not, and yet I say unto you that Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. If then God so clothed the grass, which is today in the field, and tomorrow is cast into the oven, how much more will he clothe you, O ye of little faith? Okay? We all have, of course, to work on it. And seek not ye what ye shall eat, or what ye shall drink, neither be ye of doubtful mind, for all these things do the nations of the world seek after, and your Father knoweth that ye have need of these things. Okay, so, you're not too mindful about, your day-to-day, basically, situation. Okay, because you don't know tomorrow you will maybe be already in the kingdom, right? Okay. You see? There have to happen certain things to chip, things like that. But, let me say like that, tomorrow it could actually really start, that's the thing, they can make a law easy, So of course it takes time, everything, things like that, but you don't know what a day can bring, But without much talking, not saying that you actually, you could actually be tomorrow in the kingdom, but, let me get it like that. If you, for example, die today, what you cannot change, Yahweh can make it like that. You would be at least in the spirit world starting tomorrow, or starting when you're basically dead. So see it that way. I don't know if you come back as a child, still in this world, or he will keep you for the kingdom because you died in your hour shy and it's the last day. You know, I can say things like that. Okay. But that's basically the point. So again, you know, double honors to the elders and apostles of Jerusalem, double honors to the elders and apostles of Jerusalem, and all praises to Yahweh Hashem, Hashem, Kadosh. You know, some fresh air that I took with this video. It is always a good point also when I do these lessons, because I actually do them in nature directly, which is a good thing because I can get some fresh air, you know, with the other bullshit what you have sometimes, starting in the working place and basically bad mood sometimes, you know. Just things, just hidden stuff, you know, and nature is really what brings some kind of normality as I see it to your life, you know, just sitting in nature, just relaxing, you know, doing a video, you know, that's for me a good thing, you know. Some people may not like it, but you know, it's basically your own thing. But with that, shalom.